Yo guys, what's up? It's Alaska, and I'm gonna be showing y'all how to get better and learn the strats of Wii Sports All Sports. So, 8 sub 8 is so possible now. We all know it. I just got the first sub 8 pace run ever, and I'm kind of devastated it wasn't sub 8 pace, but you know, Ryan's just gotta be Ryan and not go down first try. I mean, it's fine. I still got world record. It's exciting as hell. Like, I haven't gotten a record since like 2 months ago. So, yeah, it's a big relief. So, this game is pretty RNG, but it's not as RNG as you might like have been told. So, like, not everything's 100% RNG. Bowling, it has no RNG whatsoever. Golf just has like wins and hole locations, I guess. Boxing is tentative. We're not sure about like the RNG like of Ryan's KOs. But pretty sure it is RNG. Almost 100%. In fact, baseball is. There are 2 strategies for baseball. One of them is bunting strat, and that's bunting for outs and bunting for singles in the beginning. And that is a lot more consistent and a lot less RNG heavy, like RNG reliant than doing just regular hits would be. And it's a lot more consistent. So if you do bunting, you get a lot less RNG out of it. Baseball batting. Baseball pitching is 100% RNG. There are some like manip strats you can do, and I'll discuss those later, but I would just like fully assume that it's 100%. It's the only thing that is 100%. So, on with that then. The first sport you always do is The first sport you always do is tennis, and here's where you start timer. Shit, I didn't even start it. Didn't turn on my number lock. You start there. So, yeah. You have to have 0 skill level in order to get like the most. In order to get the most optimal like settings, I guess. Everyone uses Miyu and Matt. I have not seen a single person not use them. And if you do, then like, tell me how they are, I guess. But I've never seen another person use anything else. So I would go with 0. So you start timer there, right? So here's what I'm doing. Okay. Already off to a bad start. Wow.
30 love.
What on earth? I'm having a really bad start.
Love. Match point.
This is the oh my god, I swear. That was the worst possible tennis I've ever gotten. Except if like Miyu volleyed it back or something. That was definitely the worst tennis. Worst standard tennis. So that time would be like a 26. And that for me would be a reset. I like to aim for 22 and under. That's 2 seconds over my PB. So how do I do that faster? Here's what you do. You press A. You don't shake because it kind of like messes up the rhythm. I'm not even sure. But you press A. That's how you serve. You see how the ball, it comes up to an arc as most balls do. So when it goes to that arc, try to like aim for right before the arc. Like pretend you're hitting it right before it comes up to the arc. And for some reason it gets more consistent.
40 love. Match point.
So I want to explain why Miyu didn't hit the third one back. Is because the position of it was like not relative to her homing, I guess. Her CPU did not catch that, right? I don't even know. It might be RNG. I don't even know. but it's really lucky if you get it. And sometimes she just hits them all back perfectly, like something that like Elisa would do. The only thing that's really different is that they're not as like fit as Elisa and Sarah, and they don't
15
volley at all.
love. 30 love.
There's a very like slim chance that
40 love.
Miyu will
Match
volley,
point.
and that's just super unlucky, and I'd be super sorry for you.
40-15.
That's just standard. Like, so when you do backspin sometimes or side spin, ball just like flies. That's how it is in real life. So you get 40 love, all right? And oh my god. So that's second bounce, and at second bounce, when it says the red thing, the red indication on the screen, where it's out, second bounce, or net, that's when you say. That's when you go to the menu and say quit. So you could either do this 1 2. You could menu like this, or you can menu like this. Now, this is the slowest, of course. You could like do a couple of quick taps, but I mean it is like resilient against pressing continue by accident. But doing this is probably the fastest. You could like go in and do a quick change up. This is could be the fastest because you only have to click one button, but it's really inconsistent. Probably you have to like memorize the location of it, like the exact angle I wish you hold your Wii remote. So I wouldn't do that. So exit like that. Enter baseball. Can't do any other sport other than baseball. Next. They just make you do the sports in order. I'm not sure. So here's Elisa. You don't get any skill points here because unless you like want to deal with RNG stuff like splitters and more screwballs and more side balls. Elisa is actually probably the best person to use, which is surprising because I like absolutely hate her. She's kind of a bitch. So, anyway, the skill level doesn't matter. Don't even pay attention. So what I just did there was a tutorial skip. I pressed minus at a certain time. So
Time out.
when it like goes into an opaque white, that's when you like right after it goes into an opaque white. That's when you press the button. But that's like I would spam every half a second. Like do like that.
Time out.
Oh, I didn't even know I wasn't there yet. Whatever. So that's first frame, and it's not even visible on screen, but so, the ding ding confirms that you see the tutorial. So what am I doing here? I didn't mean that, but I meant for that to be a single. But here's what you do. See how I'm holding it shoulder length or at shoulder height. It does that.
Single.
Matt gets it. It's a single. So yeah, don't button. Here's what you do. Hold it at shoulder length at a straight, almost straight, going down tiny bit, just a tiny bit, like this much. Okay. Just like adjust it relative to the ball, I guess. I thought it was at shoulder length and straight, but I guess it isn't. So, bunning strat, just be like that. You just have to adjust your thing to have a bit of an angle, like a sideways angle, like this sort of. But don't angle it that much. It's an easy foul ball if you do. Do it like about here. Okay, Elisa's kind of being a bitch right now, sorry. So that was just, it hit the side of the bat, and it nullified the curl, I guess. Wow. Never mind. So when she does that little exclamation point, it's easy single. There's no out if you do that. Alright, so I think what I'm doing is I'm not curling it enough. So as you can see, I'm making my adjustments. I haven't played this game in a bit. So if I curl it more, what would it be like? Okay, well that was just a lucky shot. If I hit that like right in the middle, it would have gone right to her or been out. So I guess curl it less. Nope. I don't know what's wrong.
You're out.
I literally was getting this down pat a couple of nights back. Good lord. Really?
Foul ball.
You can't even hit those shots. What?
Foul ball.
2 in a row. Wow. Never mind. This is really unlucky RNG for me.
Foul
For
ball.
anyone, if you get that, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. Foul balls waste 5 seconds each, though. But these are risky strats. Like, if you want to bunt for singles, it's pretty risky. But once you get down pat, it's extremely consistent. Obviously, you have to like practice before you do runs, just to get down pat before. Find your groove. So this is the old strat, and it's an out. Never mind, it's not. But it wastes so much time to get doubles. It wastes like 5 seconds per double. So don't do it. Lessons learned. Or don't do doubles. You want to try to aim for a single, but oof, Akira got it. You know, it's so inconsistent and RNG based. It's hilarious. This is the shit that Microvetta used. So easy out right there because I hit it center field. What the hell? Okay.
Time out.
So once you got your 5 runs, so here's mercy rule. Here's the explanation for that. I get out in the first inning because I get 5 runs over Elisa. If you get 5 runs over your opponent, you can exit early because of a mercy rule. They just like I don't know. They just give you it 5-0. Like if you're 5 up, you can be 6-1, but I would just reset the run and she gets a home run. So there are many different strats to use for this. One of them is holding A and B at the same time while pitching.
Strike.
See, she tries to swing for it.
Strike.
That wasn't intended. And that exclamation point disappears when you.
Foul ball.
It's like RNG. Everything is here. So that's a very lucky hit. That's what you're trying to get out of them, is to like swing it and hit to center field. Or no, the inner field.
Foul ball.
She's annoying. Wow. Just hit the ball.
Strike.
Ball, girl. Alright, so that might be an out. Nope.
Foul ball.
The Mii's aren't fast enough. So as you can see,
You're out.
it's consistent. But here's that's like what Clyde does. He's 4th place or something. He's pretty good. And he gets out like of baseball pretty consistently. So I would use that strat if I were you. But here's what I use. I hold it to the right on the D-pad instead, like this.
Strike. Strike.
That's an out. Sweat. Whoa. Oh.
You're
I was like, why are they spreading out? They're supposed to catch the ball.
Time out.
So, once mercy rule, the words mercy rule, okay? You have to have that on your screen before you exit, or the run doesn't count. It's just gonzo. Same with tennis. You have to have double bounce out or net on the screen. So, next up is bowling. Bowling, there are just a lot of setups you can use, but I like to throw it up to the sky. You just have to find your own setup. So here's what I do. I throw it about right here, and I throw it up. Gives off a little bit of a curve for me. I'm not sure if it does like for anyone else, but yeah. But right here. Little curl. Boom. Strike.
Nice
You
throw.
could do it like that, or you could do it like this. About right here. No, a bit less than that, I guess. So spares, I wouldn't go for spares, but I guess you can if you want. If it doesn't waste time. Split spares waste time, so don't do that. Which is when like the pins are split apart and you get a spare like this. The Wii Sports thing wastes a bit of time, so in the middle. Do that shot again. I know it's not exactly in the middle, but I'll put it right here. Just barely offset in the middle. So yeah, I mean, I just put it in the middle, probably. Press A, right in the middle, and then do this. I think I need to start implementing that strat because it's right in the middle. It's not like my strat that goes over here and just like famously throws it and see if it works. That one did work, and I'm like unsurprisingly consistent with that strat. So except for in my PD, I just like totally fucked up my balloon. I can save like 10 seconds off my balloon. No joke. Like I'm 10 seconds off balloon. There's the proof's in the pudding, I guess. So that was the result of me not throwing it high enough. Like legit, no joke. And one thing that I do a lot because I'm trying to throw high, I throw it like this. Shit, I didn't mean that. It like drops, I guess, like that, and that's what happens. So as you can see, we're in the 10th frame now. 10th frame has 3 boxes instead of 2. Like everything else has 2 boxes. The 10th frame is different because it's a last frame, has 3 boxes. So if you want to avoid getting the 3rd box, don't get a spare or a strike. You can't get a strike in the first box or the 2nd box, and you can't get a spare in either of them. So don't even try it. If you get a spare right now, you can't exit. Alright, it's not gonna let you exit. So you have to do another shot. And that wastes like 2 seconds, so don't do that. So to get out, you spam about like every half a second. So don't spam like freeload trigger happy spamming, just spam slowly. Like do or do. No, like do is probably better. Slower the better chance you get. But I wouldn't do it do because you'd have to add like precise. So this is golf, alright? My PB had an insane golf, alright? It had all the strats I was wanting to implement except for hole 1 chip in. I didn't get the RNG for that. I'll explain that though. So hole 1 chip in is a strat that has been popularized by Travis %. So I'm gonna try to get the right RNG, 0 wind, and made famous by Ghost T speedruns. What a legend! So Ghost T does this in his run, trying to find the right wind. The wind offset RNG, whatever. It resets every time, and as you can see, that had wind. So just like we're trying to look for something that doesn't have wind. Beginner gets up to 10, but 9-hole gets up to 30. So don't choose 9-hole. Some shots are impossible without chip-ins. That would be regularly possible, so don't do that. Alright, so I got this up now. So as you can see, we got the pin to the left. For this, we need to hit it at a 3.5.
Nice shot.
Right there. You see that? Just golden brown right there. This is a very risky strat, and I would not try this at home. Okay, just if you do this, like if you get 0 wind, see how it says like that, like the dots. Try to aim for about a 2 and just over a half in this situation. So I adjusted it one pixel, as you just heard the click, the just like tapped it for a very like specific amount of time. It's like you don't like do it hastily. It's like a staccato, like do. Like that's how long you tap it, like do. Sort of like a an accent mark or something. Just pretend it's an accent mark. So yeah, in this situation, you hit it at a 3. That's perfect. So what happened? What happened there was apparently 3 wasn't enough to get the right amount of height. So it actually would have worked. As you can see, it hit the pole, but it was supposed to hit like the top of the pole. If it hits the top of the pole, it just sinks into the hole. Like it slides down the pole, it sinks in. So there it is.
Good birdie.
What I did in my run was I went safe and I tried not to do a chip in. I tried to just like slide up into near it, but okay. So in this situation, I'd say that driver strat is viable. So I'm going to demonstrate for you guys driver strat, and don't try this either. This is very risky unless you like have really practiced it. I've been doing 9-hole runs and I've been doing a lot of driver strat, so I know it pretty well. So this is 8 wind back, okay? For anyone who wants to know, you just adjust it one very like staccato click, okay? Not accent mark staccato, like no, not like that, like that. And then you hit it like that. And as it was backwards, like too close to the pole, it hits the flag, but sometimes it doesn't go in. It doesn't make the cut. So I'll just try to do a run right now, and I'll explain everything to you guys while I'm doing it. Okay, 10 miles per hour. You're supposed to read the wind first, just in case it's bad like this. So you can hit
Nice
a shot like this. That's fine. The only issue is you might go into the rough. If it's straight and if it's to the right, more than 4 miles per hour, I adjust to the left. Not toward, like, where, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. Anyway, I slid to the hole like I said I did. Might be me. I adjusted for the greens. So adjusting for the greens, like, there are always little hills and slants in the greens that are almost pretty much unnoticeable, but you have to like learn to be able to detect them. So yeah. So as you can see, these are backwinds and they're very small. This means that driver trick is very unviable. Anything that's back and straight is basically like not good. Okay. Don't do it. This might be driver trick anyways. Yeah. No, I can't do driver trick because it has to be greater or equal to. No, it has to be between 15 and 25. And otherwise, you can't do bunker driver strat. You can do fairway driver strat, but you can't. Shit, you can't do.
Nice approach.
You can't do bunker driver strat because it only goes up to a 1.
Nice par.
There's a glitch that lets you go like 1.25, and that's very rare. I've only gotten it twice. I don't know the explanation for it. Don't like depend on it. So this is 8 miles per hour. It's going straight left, so we hit it at a 3.5. That's not going to make it because I'm an idiot. Okay, well, never mind. I think 3 and like 2/7 won't make it, but anything other than that would. So we adjust a bit to the left or right. We hit it at a 3. Now that's not good. Wait, okay. Yes it is. So we adjusted it for that, and like if you hit it like I said, like a 3.5, you like automatically need to hit it at a 3. If there are no backwinds, hit it at a 3 1/3. Like 10 back wins is a 3 1/3 after a 3.5 shot. So watch this. See how it worked that time? Okay, so uh yeah, driver chip in. Don't try it at home unless you've practiced big, okay? Bigly. I'm just doing it for show. And it's very difficult. Don't try it, okay? So once you get in the hole, once the ball sinks into the hole, okay, you can reset the Wii. So I'm on Wii U. I don't have a reset button to click. And if I had a reset button, it would go to the Wii U menu. So, no, it wouldn't. It would just do the same thing, I guess. But anyways, I don't have one. So if you have a Wii, you can just go down and press the reset button. You don't have to go to the Wii menu and press reset. You can just press the reset button. It saves about 2.5 seconds. Wii U has better loading time, so it actually like saves 1 second off regular Wii. And that brings us to boxing. So boxing, always make sure you have your nunchuck. You gotta remember your nunchuck. Place it in some place you remember. Place it in your butt. Place it in your pocket. I don't even care. Just like place it somewhere. Okay. So when you're entering boxing. Oh, and I forgot to mention for golf, you have to do a couple of games in order to like skip the tutorial. That's the only thing you need to skip a tutorial for.
Round 1.
Alright, so there's a baseball-like tutorial here. Hit minus right here.
Fight!
So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a big-ass mistake. And I corrected it, and I'll tell you guys why. Or no, how I did. This is obviously not a knockdown. Yeah, Ryan's a zombie. We all hate Ryan, but we gotta use him. Gotta get him down first try. Get the sub 8.
Round 1.
Sub 8's only possible with first try, Ryan. So what I did was I placed the Wii remote like facing the same way as the Wii was. So like the Wii remote was. So it's pointing in the same exact direction as the Wii remote is. God, man. That's
2, 3.
almost definitely not guaranteed. Yeah, definitely not first KO. So I'll show you guys a first KO, or at least try to. A first KO usually happens when the fight is really quick and just like an easy loss for him.
Fight!
Okay, I don't know why my nunchucks like that, but I guess it just be like that, yeah. Yep, Ryan's a zombie. Confirmed. Broke his neck, still got up. What an insane maniac. So again, the skill level, I don't think it factors in, but we'll see anyways.
Fight!
God. Alright, yeah, I think my nunchuck's doing something wrong. But you face them in the, like, towards the exact same point. Like, just imagine you're focusing on one point. Which you really are. You're focusing for the head. So.
Fight!
What are you doing? Yeah, go to hell.
1, 2,
God.
3, 4.
As you can see, Ryan is super hard. Okay, if you don't get first try, Ryan, that's fine.
Round
Okay,
one.
wipe out Jack if you're here. Don't say he's not. Okay, don't say he's not. It just makes me mad.
Fight!
Because everyone here knows that they've had Ryan trouble at least once. Except for Wipeout Jack, allegedly. I think he
Round
just wants to
one.
piss me off, I don't know. But Ryan is literally the worst thing about this game. And I hate him.
Fight!
Yeah, I have much better boxing in my runs than in my practice. I don't know why. I guess I'm just more motivated or something.
8, 9, 10.
But that's first try, Ryan, and you
Knockout.
time it when knockout, like the bell sounds, I guess. I know, no. I would just be safe and time it when knockout, like the knockout sound appears. So you can just quit and exit before you get skill points. You only get skill points when you go up to the skill points screen. It saves the skill points then, only then. And so the only tutorial you actually need to do is regal, or tutorial skip. Like no, tutorial setup, and that tutorial only wastes like a second, so you save like, you had to like play one game of 9 hole and get a decent score. Like I'd say get a par or lower in the negatives. But if you aren't able to do that, you can just do 2 or 3. I don't like 5. I don't know. Just play as many 9 holes as it takes to skip the tutorial. So it's like 100 skill points. So it really isn't that hard. All right, guys. I hope you have learned anything. If y'all have any questions, I'll respond to all the comments. I hope y'all have a great night and see you guys in the next video.